She heard strange sounds from her daughter's room. Sound that only comes when a man and a woman are having sex. Out of curiosity, she pushed the door open gently, and what she saw made her heart stop. Once upon a time, in the quiet street of Matama, Abuja, there lived a respected couple, Deacon Tunde and Deaconess Funke Adewale. They were known in the church as a model Christian family, humble, prayerful, and generous. For over 20 years, the Adewales had lived happily. They had one daughter, Tomi, a beautiful, brilliant young woman who was the joy of her parents' hearts. Tunde always said, if every child was like Tomi, the world would need no prisons. Tomi grew up in a home where morning devotions were as regular as sunrise. Every day before school, her father would lead them in worship and Bible study. They often fasted together, prayed together, and spent Sundays serving in church. When Tomi gained admission to study mass communication at the University of Abuja, her parents were proud. They threw a small Thanksgiving party and invited the church choir to celebrate. Daddy, Mommy, I won't disappoint you, Tomi said that evening, hugging both parents tightly. Funke smiled and said, "You're a child of destiny, Tomi. Always remember whose you are." And with that, they sent her off to school with prayers, love, and enough provisions to last a semester. At the university, Tomi kept her parents' words close to her heart. She joined the campus fellowship, read her Bible, and focused on her studies. But as time passed, she became close to a classmate named Bisi, a quiet but confident girl who soon became her best friend. Whenever Tomi came home for holidays, she always brought Bisi along. "Mommy, meet my best friend Bisi," she would say. Funke would smile warmly. "You are welcome, my dear. Any friend of my daughter is my daughter too." The two young women became inseparable. They studied together, went to church together, and even dressed alike. To everyone, they were simply two close friends. But in truth, there was something deeper, something Tomi was too afraid to explain. One long vacation, Tomi and Bisi returned to Matama to spend 2 weeks with the Adewales. Everything was normal until one fateful afternoon. Funke had gone to the market and returned home earlier than expected. As she climbed the stairs to Tomi's room, she heard strange sounds from her daughter's room. Sound that only comes when a man and a woman are having sex. Out of curiosity, she pushed the door open gently, and what she saw made her heart stop. Tomi and Bisi were in bed. Both were naked on the bed having sex. For a moment, Funke froze. Her shopping bag dropped on the floor with a loud thud. "Hey, Jesus! Tomi, you have killed me!" she screamed. "Ha! What is this abomination?" Tomi jumped off the bed, her face pale, Mommy, please, I can explain. Mommy, please, I can explain. But Funke couldn't hear her. She fell to her knees. Hey, weeping uncontrollably. What will people say? What will people say? My enemies are finally triumphed over me. How will I face the church? How will I tell your father? Busy trembling, tried to cover herself. I'm sorry, ma. I'm sorry. Ma, I'm very sorry. Get out! Funke shouted. Get out of my house this minute. Busy hurriedly picked up her things and ran out, leaving Tommy and her mother in silence. That night, after hours of crying, Funke called Tommy to sit down. Tommy, my daughter, how long has this been happening? Mommy, Tommy said, tears filling her eyes. I didn't want you to find out this way. I've been trying to tell you, but I was scared. I tried to pray. I tried to fast. I tried to change, but nothing is working. I've been to therapy. I've cried to God. But I don't find men attractive. I don't know why I'm like this. Funke covered her face in despair. No. This cannot be my child talking. You're the daughter of a deacon. What will your father say? What will the church say? Mommy, I don't care what people say, Tommy said softly. I only care about you, and I only care about what you and Daddy think. I love you both, and I don't want to hurt you. Tommy. Funke wept silently. You've broken my heart, Tommy. You've brought shame to our family. The next evening, Funke finally gathered courage to tell her husband. Tunde, promise me you won't shout, she said. What is it? It's about Tommy. When she told him, Deacon Tunde stood still for a moment. Then his eyes widened. What did you just say? Hey, Tunde, please calm down. Calm down, Tunde. But before she could finish, he shouted, No! Not in my house! Not my daughter! Please, listen. Don't tell me to listen, he roared. After everything I have done, after all the prayers, all the sacrifices, how can you tell me my only child has chosen to live such a filthy life? How can you tell me my only child has chosen to live as a lesbian? Tommy! He called Tommy into the sitting room. Tommy, is it true? Tommy nodded slowly, tears running down her face. Daddy, I'm sorry. Then from today, he said coldly, you are no longer my daughter. Pack your things and leave my house. Daddy, please don't do this to me. She cried, I have nowhere to go. But Tunde turned his back. You are dead to me. Funke begged on her knees, but her husband's heart was hardened. That night, Tommy left the house crying, broken and homeless. Months passed. Tommy struggled to survive. She found a small job at the radio station and rented a tiny room in Gwarimpa. Sometimes she would call her mother, who still answered her calls secretly. "Mommy, please tell Daddy that I love him. Tell him I'm sorry," she would say. Funke would sigh. He's still angry with you, my child, but I'm praying for him. Whenever church members asked Deacon Tunde, "How's your daughter?" he would simply say, "She's fine," pretending all was well. But in truth, their home was no longer the same. The laughter was gone. The prayers felt empty. One rainy night, Funke received a call. It was Tommy. Her voice was weak. "Hello, Mommy. I'm in the hospital. They said I have kidney stone. The doctor said I need surgery. The doctor said I need surgery immediately. But I don't have money." Funke's heart shattered. She ran to her husband in tears. "Hey, Tunde, please. Tunde, help me. Tommy is dying. She needs help." Tunde looked away. "She made her choice. Let her live with it." "She's still your daughter," Funke cried. "She died to me the day she chose sin over her father's name," he replied coldly. Funke knelt down and wept bitterly. When she saw that her husband wouldn't change his mind, she went to his sibling and even their pastor for help. The pastor, Pastor Bamidele, visited their home. "Brother Tunde," he said gently, "what if she were my daughter? I would forgive her. She has suffered enough. Let her not die this way." But Tunde said, "No, she is no longer my child." 3 days later, the hospital called again. "Hello? Are you Mrs. Adewale?" the nurse asked. Yes," Funke said anxiously. "I'm sorry, ma. Your daughter didn't make it. She passed away early this morning." Funke dropped the phone and screamed, "Hey, my daughter! My only child! When she told Tunde, he stood frozen. His lips trembled, but no words came out. For the first time in years, he broke down and cried uncontrollably. "Funke, she called me last night, but I didn't pick. Oh God," he whispered. "Oh God, forgive me." At the burial, held quietly in Abuja, the choir sang, "Nearer my God to thee." Tunde could barely stand. He walked to the coffin and whispered, "Tommy, forgive your father." From that day, Deacon Tunde never spoke in church again. He resigned from his position and lived in silence. People said he was never the same. Sometimes in the quiet of the night, Funke would hear him sobbing and saying, If only I had forgiven her sinner. If only I had forgiven her sooner. She might have lived. Yes, she was a lesbian. But she's my daughter. She's still my daughter, my flesh and my blood." Tommy's story became a silent warning that love, not condemnation, heals broken hearts. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe for more African tales, African folk tales, and African stories that inspire and teach valuable lessons.